Kwela dorp van die jaar. They were second place in the Town of the Year competition 2024. Oh wow. I did not know that. And it looks like they won it in 2011. Ah yes, the Karoo on a sunny day. You never cease to amaze. Here's another interesting town for us to explore. Dorp toe, kerk toe, plaas toe, hotel toe. This is gonna be fun. Welcome to De Rust here in the Karoo in South Africa. Let's go and explore. Before we explore more of this interesting town, my usual plea, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. Yes everyone, welcome to another charming village here in the Karoo. And I'll be honest, I wasn't going to vlog here, but I'm passing through the town and after having a quick look around I just had to come and show you the magic of this part of the world. De Rust comes from Dutch and means the rest. Yes, De Rust as a place of rest for weary travellers travelling in the area, hoping to catch their breath before continuing their journey. I am just catching my breath as well because I was walking up here hoping to bring you a very nice view. Yeah, a few barking dogs around, spoiling the experience a bit. A few other animals who can't say much. And yo, just beautiful nature. Nice gardens. The Karoo, very special part of South Africa. Mooi Karoo, the beautiful Karoo. Yeah, the security arrangements were in full swing early in the morning. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. De Rust was officially established in the year 1900 and today De Rust is a very beautiful, peaceful village. Lots of charming old buildings and a welcoming community who focuses a lot on tourism and local crafts. I spent some time yesterday afternoon just looking through the area, walking some streets and see what is interesting. Pavements, the sidewalks and the gardens and the Karoo cottages in this part of the world. Look at this for example. Remember that back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, travel was tough. Before modern highways, the journey was very long and dusty and tiring of course. So travellers often needed to stay overnight. And De Rust naturally grew as the perfect place for people to gather, to recharge and prepare them for the next leg of their journey. So I guess staying over in some of these houses. Today many of them are guest houses as well. And just giving you another shot here of the mountains. Swartberg mountains, they are absolutely fantastic. I travelled through Meiringspoort. If you haven't done it yet and you are from South Africa, that really is a must-see in my view. That is a spectacular natural gateway that links the Klein Karoo or the Little Karoo with a vast Great Karoo. I also understand there's a half marathon every year, the Meiringspoort half marathon, which attracts quite a few people. So that would be something interesting. Definitely some breathtaking scenery and unforgettable views. And I'm walking here in Leroux Street because I've been told this is where the church is. Now this is pretty early, I don't expect them to be open, but we'll try our luck. If they're not open, we'll just admire it from the outside and check out the garden. Yeah, lots of bougainvilleas, beautiful flowers here in De Rust. And I see there is a gate open. Dag sê, hi, hello. Yeah, let's see if we can find anything of interest. Yeah, first impressions. This is a very interesting building. Nice cream color, green roof. impressive garden. Lots of plants and flowers. And there's some information here. NG Kerk de Rust. And you can see there 1899 to 1949, the Jubileum. So I believe that on the 8th of March 1899, a certain James Foster of Oudtshoorn, he auctioned the farm de Rust on behalf of a Mr. Hoel, and he sold it to two other individuals, Johannes Jurgens Schoeman and Stephanus Leroux. And by April 1899, de Rust had received permission to break away from the Oudtshoorn Church Council, and soon after, colonial approval to found a new town. So the church was here basically before the town, or at least the congregation. As you can see there, 1899. That's the year reference there. And that is often the case for South African towns, that the town developed around a congregation, around a church. And I believe a certain Adley, he was a surveyor, he laid out 100 water plots and 200 dry plots approximately, which were auctioned off in April 1900. And that was the official start of a town. There you go, wow, national monument. And over there, the stone was laid on the 28th of November 1900. So there you go, a bit of a local history lesson. And look at these mushroom shaped trees. And I spotted a grave here. Who was this? Dominee Burger. J.P. Burger. So he served congregation for 36 years. I'll just go outside here and read more about it over there. Yeah, he passed away in 1942 and he's laid to rest here in the church ground. I don't see any other graves, so I think Dominee Burger will certainly be remembered by many and for generations to come. Oh look, they planted this tree during the festival in 1968. Oh, and today in 2025 it's alive and well, alive and kicking. Let me tell you more about the auction in 1900. I've read that that was a lively affair, with most plots selling to farmers eager to establish roots, and water plots, they fetched between £40 and £85 each. That was quite a sum of money at the time and quite an investment. And a central block of 6 plots was reserved for essential community buildings, including the parsonage and of course the church and the village square. And interestingly, 24 plots here near the church, they had restrictions. And can you guess what the restrictions were? Yes, of course. No wine or other forms of alcohol were allowed to be consumed or sold, and also no entertainment or parties without the approval of a church council. Life was pretty strict back then. I speak under correction, but is this the pastorie? Hello, you are friendly. You're not like all the other dogs in the town. Hoe gaan dit? Is this a pastorie? Ah, you can't tell. Beautiful building. I think this is the old parsonage. Ja. Dankie, jy moet lekker dag hê, né? I'll say. I spotted another monument here. Looks like it's in relation to the Voortrekkers. Yes, indeed. Commemorating the Great Trek. And there was a Voortrekker Centenary Festival in 1938. Loving this early morning stroll, and look there. People are not walking their dogs, they are walking their donkeys. Goeiemôre.
Gaan dit?
Lekker, dis nou nie aldag dat ek dit sien dat mense hulle Donkies om ons 'n bietjie loop nie so. Hallo
Ja,
julle.
hulle moet bietjie uit.
Ah, sê, ag julle moet geniet hoor. Ah, sê, baie dankie. Lekker dag hoor.
Julle ook.
Dankie. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, the rest, I'd say a fairly young town, 1900. And look there, this is a municipality, but in a bit of a retro script. Love the old signage there. And I've spotted another sign there regarding the Eupheus, the centenary, 1899 to 1999. So I guess, yeah, let's give him credit. Let's say they were established in 1899 and not 1900. Let's give him that extra year. Let them feel a little bit older, more ancient. But in fact, we can go back as early as 1765 in terms of European influence in the area. Because in 1765, Johannes Schoeman was granted the farm De Rust, known then as aan de Olifants rivier. So the Elephant River. Yeah, this is interesting. The deli. And it must be one of the most beautiful delis in South Africa, at least from the outside. Look at the mural. And yeah, the mountains as well. And we are now approaching the main street as well. I started my vlog in the residential area, which you might have asked yourself, that's a bit odd. But I did so because many of the shops were closed. Some of them will be open now. Look there, Cape Wine Shop. Yeah, some more businesses here. A supermarket. You can see there vegetables and meat. Karoo Hartland. It's got a bakery. It's got some ice. Ice is important in this part of the world, definitely in the summer. And yeah, they serve Coca-Cola and burgers. They drive interesting cars. Look at Elvis. Elvis hiding there. Ah, De Rust. Kwela Dorp van die Jaar. Is that right? They were second place in the Town of the Year competition 2024. Oh wow. I did not know that. And it looks like they won it in 2011. My goodness. That did not come up in my research, I have to say. So maybe De Rust is underselling itself. If it has accolades like this, they should definitely promote the town a little bit more. Or maybe I just didn't do proper research. Now there you go. Some bikers passing through. You'll see a lot of people on motorbikes traveling in this part of the world, enjoying the vastness of the Karoo. Look there, Pampoenhuis, the Pumpkin House. Some really interesting businesses here. And just more on Johannes Schoeman, who was granted the farm De Rust in 1765 as a loan farm. In those days, you could only farm for a certain period on the land. But the rest was also reallocated to him in 1775. And it was later passed to a certain R. van Jaarsveld in 1787. And I think that was the first recorded mention of De Rust as a farm. Yes, Schoeman Street. That looks like the main street here in De Rust. And check out some of the interesting ornaments here. Old wheelbarrow. It's now home to some plants. Okay, the Grumpy Goat Pub. What a wonderful name. Yeah, I think it's too early for a drink even in this part of the world. What a wonderful looking place. And some interesting art here as well. Wow, look at the windpomp. Oh my goodness. Look at this person enjoying driving in the Karoo. Got an old scale there. And well, this car's not going anywhere, but what a beautiful piece of art. Dag sê, hello. Right, I met the owner of that interesting shop with all the cars outside, Piet. He actually encouraged me to come back a little bit later because he was just setting up shop. And he said the display outside will look even better. So let's take his advice and admire some nature and some more interesting houses. here in Schoeman Street. So that is the road towards Oudtshoorn. You drive in that direction, and if you travel here via Meiringspoort, you'll come from this direction. Oh, look, they've got a vet here, an animal clinic. That is nice to see. Some care for the animals in the area. They've got I spotted a lot of dogs and some cats and even some donkeys. People walking their donkeys. And I spotted a lot of windpomp art as well. The old windpomp. If you read more about De Rust, you'll come across the name Martinus Becker. He was a wealthy landowner and he acquired the farm De Rust in 1812. And then Petrus Johannes Meiring, the namesake of Meiringspoort, he arrived in De Rust on horseback from Worcester with two friends, Marinkovic and Beneke. So anyways, not to bombard you with too much history, but the surnames Schoeman, Meiring, Marinkovic, Beneke, they seem to be quite prominent in this part of the world. When I was in Prince Albert, I mentioned the books and the works of Helena Marinkovic. She wrote many history books about the area. So I wonder if she's related to the Marinkovic that arrived here with Petrus Johannes Meiring, the namesake of Meiringspoort. Anyway, yeah, just off the main street again, Schoeman Street, and I spotted some more beautiful houses. And I think this is a police station as well over here, maintaining law and order. And yeah, wow, look at that beautiful property there. I think that belongs to the cat running over there. De Rust Tennis Club. It's a R5 fee for visitors, besoekers. Wow, they've still got the net, so looks like they're still in operation. Nice hard court. So yeah, I bet some epic battles have taken place here over the years. People from De Rust and surroundings. Ah, the sun is properly up now. Look at the beautiful bougainvilleas glistening here in the morning sun. Schoeman Street. And let's check out some of the businesses here. Tall Boss Trading. Don't think they're open, but the security is in operation. Yeah, look at the door. Wow, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Let's just see, maybe they are open. Even if not, the door itself, that is a work of art. Yeah, unfortunately they're still closed. And yeah, it's a tricky situation I find myself in doing these vlogs. I'll never be able to show De Rust in its full glory in a single vlog. Never mind the fact that I'm only here for a few hours and I'm only spending a morning here. Probably need to come back to the Karoo and do some more vlogs. Let me know in the comments if you've got any places in mind. Yeah, some beautiful properties here as well. Ah, this is Robertson House, Robertson Huis, a seemingly Victorian property with a touch of Karoo. There is nothing Victorian about the landscape and the mountains here. That is 100% Karoo. Anyways, let's go back to the town centre, explore a bit more there. Ah, there we go. That's the biggest Coke bottle in the entire Karoo, and maybe the second biggest. There we go, welcome. Some of the classic South African products painted here as well. Bar 1, lunch bar, and over there. Yeah, this is a public holiday, so not all the places will be open. Oh, sorry, yes. Yeah, Pete was not joking. He told me he was going to put out more stuff here. And he kept his promise. Look here, wow, old kettles, brick and brack. What's that? Rifle Club trophy. You've got the windpomp. The old train sign. Ah, some Afrikaans kids will remember this. Sit it in his Zibi blik, keeping De Rust clean. Zibi, a classic character. And look at all the old doors and parts of cars against the wall, the windpomp. There's a stop sign. I'm glad I stopped here in the rest. I wasn't going to stop here at all. But the rest, a place of rest. Look there, the old petrol pump. Look there. This is for the milk back in the day. Yeah, this is one of the most interesting shops, certainly from the outside, that you will see anywhere in the world. So let's see the inside. That is, if we are allowed to enter. Can we go? Thank you, my friend. Spider-Man as well. Hop hop spinnekop. Ah yes, here we go. Various items, various trinkets. Boerseep, farmer soap. Loads of antiques and interesting historic items here. This is how they did film back in the day. It's wonderful arrangement here of red kettles, coffee pot. Okay, you can make your own soap. Markie eie seep. What a fantastic collection. And I've been told behind there, that's the Rust Mall. Before we get to the mall, of course, loads of other tins. Wow, van Riebeek. That's where Jannie's hiding, here in the Rust. Boswell and Wilkie Circus. Halt. I don't have time to halt. I want to explore the Rust Mall. Wow. My goodness, looks like they've got a restaurant here. Oh no, maybe that's just the sign they've got there. Open at 6. Wow, Rolberg listed there. Old motor oil. We even got some old number plates for sale, look there. Wow, I don't think I've ever touched a number plate like this. 150 Rand. And wonderful initiative here, little free library. Take a book but leave a book when you take one. So a bit of a reading club perhaps going on here. Look there, enjoy, home, relax, peace, garden, dream. I'll tell you what, you can't help but relax here in the Rust. Look at all these signs here, the old road signs. You can come and buy them here if you're a collector. Yeah, and they're various prices as well. This is very tempting. Not sure I'll be able to fit this into my luggage. Back to London. 450 Rand. There are some for 350. Very, very unique. I'll try and fit this into a 23 kilogram baggage allowance. I suppose this will be a mission to transport, even in South Africa, with a bakkie. Yeah, let's check out here. More interesting stuff. Yeah, outside here too. Oh, nice fountain with some beautiful tiles. Hi, how are you? You enjoying the Rust? Various dolls. Other creatures over there too. Wow, a wonderful collection of items here. This is definitely one of the most interesting shops I've seen in a long time. Look at the old Coca-Cola bottles here as well. Even got a Coca-Cola bag. Ah, some of these old soft drinks, old Coca-Colas, and oh gosh, they're still sealed. Wow, at least some of them. And you can buy this Coca-Cola FIFA World Cup Germany collection can series there for 1,750 Rand. £1 British pound, about 23, maybe 24 South African Rand. And again, various glasses, beer glasses. Don't touch. If you can't read, ask for assistance. That is brilliant. This is pretty special, don't you think? And by the way, if you haven't done it yet, please press the like and subscribe buttons. I hope you're enjoying this vlog, because I am absolutely having a wonderful time here. The Rust is someplace. A massive thanks here to Piet and Mengel Muscardus. Alright everyone, I just made a quick stop back here at the accommodation. Of course it's just before 10 o'clock and obviously that's the checkout time. And I am a bit short on time, so I won't be able to give you a full tour, but this is a very nice place we stayed It was 1,500 rand for 3 people for the night. That's where I was sleeping, in this room. And you've got a very well lit room here as well. You can see there with a beautiful view of the Rust. And there's an interesting character enjoying themselves. Lots of art in this property, which gives it a wonderful touch. Look at the sequin heart here. Beautiful. Fireplace. There's the kitchen. Yeah, this was a really nice day. Had a great time here. There's the one bathroom. You can see the shower. There's the sink and the loo. And even got some art here as well. And this is where my brother and his wife, they were sleeping here. Yeah, so 500 rand per person per night. I think that's a great bargain. And just a little bit of the outside here. You can see their nice garden. And there's the braai area. So I had a wonderful time here. And as you exit, you bump into some more windpomp art. This is where the people from the Rust and the ostriches in the area, they'll come and shop here. Look here. They are going somewhere special by the looks of it, judging by their outfit. Anyways, let's have a look. Immediate impression, wow, very spacious. Look at some interesting art there. Yeah, so no big chains here in the Rust. They've got this supermarket. Look at all the fresh meat. Check the bakery and the deli. You've got everything you need here. Here's Plain Eatery, some coffee on the go. Maybe I'll get something here. And then you've got the Schoeman Gallery as well here. Some homemade things here. Frida Schoeman, I wonder if she's related to the Schoeman who came here in 1765. Look here, what happened here? Broken plate, or some plates which became art. Anyways, let's grab a coffee here. And this is where you take your Karoo poison or the coffee. Beautiful area over here as well. Yes, yes, I'm alive and kicking. Just need another coffee. And here is some of the restaurant. Another beautiful area to come and relax. You've got a street view there of Schoeman Street. And you can check out some interesting architecture. A Victorian house there with some Karoo touches and 100% Karoo in terms of the landscape. So I'm not an art expert, but I guess something's going on here. If you know, let me know in the comments. The Karoo scooter. I think that's an apt nickname here for a vehicle. Wow. Various photos from the area and prints. And what is this? Handcrafted in the Rust 2024. Woodhead Dover. Very interesting. Look at the Ferraris here in the frame. They like their speed here in the Rust, but I'll tell you what, when you come here, slow down, because there's so many wonderful experiences and shops. Yep, this is the Karoo, so you'll find the ostrich egg. They gave it a bit of a makeover here. Various bags, different colors. There's more things in here. Let's have a look. Some tablecloths. Frida Schoeman. And various cushions, pillows, handmade placemats and napkins. This is probably my favorite item here. You've got freshly bottled little Karoo socks. There you go, 75 rand. The ingredients hand-picked, unique and packed with care in recycled bottles to support intellectual challenged children. So yeah, some socks in a glass jar there, all made up. There are beautiful things here. That's a good motto. Remember why you started. And small steps every day. I always admire artists, creative people. There are so many talented people in this world. And some beautiful clothes for children as well. And over here, you can spend a whole day just browsing this particular shop. I'm gonna have to come back. Yes, I'm pressed for time, but also many of the shops are closed because it's a public holiday. Let's check out here. Don't drink and fly. That's interesting. Dag 7 here. Hello. We've got a charity shop here as well, Lentelis. Oh wow. Someone having a really nice relaxing day. Nice to meet you. Look how arty they are. They've even got some artwork here in the tree. I'll tell you what, walking here is a wonderful experience. Look there, Cape Wine Shop. We are not too far from some wonderful wine country. I can see the road leading to Meiringspoort over there. Here's a building from 1912. Here's a pizza and a pancakes place. Cellars. I've got some interesting art here as well. Wow. Feather dusters and flowers. A wheelbarrow on its side here. And here we go. This is Cellars. I've got some furniture on this side. Here they sell the London Underground pillows, the cushions. And next door they sell the coffees and the pizzas. Look here, never give up. Lots of inspirational messages here in the shops in the rest. And yes, it is coffee o'clock. Coffee every day. Wake up. The Karoo poison, the Karoo brew. And you've got some meringues for sale here as well. You can see 55 rand. Some fudge snacks, 40 rand. Ah, look, I love the name here, the nutcase. That is brilliant. Caramelized nuts. Bit of a snack here in the Karoo. You've got chili bites, 30. You can see Cellars, that's a brand there. Yeah, these dried fruit rolls, they are absolutely massive. Look there, 170 rand. Giant Naki roll. Some keychains as well. My car, my rules, absolutely. Faith family. And yep, we're in Africa. Some African bracelets there, 95 rand. You know what, Frida Kahlo just follows me everywhere I go. She's here in the wrist as well. On a fatlappie. I almost missed these mugs. And they've got different sizes as well, depending on how you take your brew. Very colourful. Very interesting bowl there, look. Wow, I love a pavlova. 95 rand. Handmade cherry nut swirl pavlovas. Dankie julle. Daar's hy. Julle het 'n mooi plek. Ja, baie dankie. Daar's hy. Mooi gaan hoor. I have now successfully put the pavlova away and I got myself a coffee instead that I'm holding here. Dag sê julle. Hello. No idea how much it was. Of course my brother bought it for me, but it's a really nice coffee this. I can see a service station and a hotel. Here's another guest house. Casablanca, art and interiors. Here's the Hotel de Rust and some very retro signage over here as well. You've got the de Rust, Die Stasie, the station. What have we got here? Looks like some sort of museum. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Looks shut though. You can see Museum de Rust, so can't even go in here to show you some of the interesting things. Of course there's a station theme, a train theme, and you do have this little church here. Okay, apple pie moonshine. Is that the local brew? Yeah, the atelier. But they are shut today. But an old oil drum becoming a beautiful piece of Karoo art. So many wonderful touches. I've noticed here around the corner I've got some nice plants as well. Yeah, colourful touch here in the rest. And a building with a bit of character. I think that's the word I'll use. Beautiful trees. Obviously this is getting into the residential space again. But they do have some wonderful houses in the Karoo. This looks to be, oh yes, that is a guest house we saw earlier. House Martin Guest Lodge. Looks like a very interesting building. Yeah, let me know what you think of the rest. I'm absolutely loving it. Oh, what have we got here? Super soft fellies. Interesting colors there. Karoo Rouge. Art Deco gifts and coffee. Oh, let's have a look. What a wonderful entrance here. A welcoming entrance with some color. Ah, some rustic touches here. How nice it is to spend time in the rest and come and sit here and have a coffee and look at Schoeman Street. Have a view of a museum and the wonderful landscape. Some of the food items for sale there, carrot cake, some lamb pies, and of course beautiful clothes and art and other trinkets. Let's have a look. Wow, beautiful fashion scarves here. Touch of color. Here's a striking painting, 9,500 rand. Patisserie, the Karoo becoming French. And when I look up and I see the wire and I'm remind myself, no, this is still Karoo. Ah, this is the footwear. Look at this. Different colors. Instep fellies, 879 rand. I'll tell you what, these shoes will last you a lifetime. Fellies is always a good investment. And I got the different colors, which makes this shop very unique. Ostrich socks. This is very much ostrich country. Made from bamboo, the sexy socks. Beautiful old cot with some cushions there. Look there, this individual can't face the day. That is interesting. And you've got some t-shirts here, Yarnier. I love this. If you're Afrikaans, you will know exactly what that says. Basically, they are fluent in talking rubbish. And more touches here. Works of art, soft drinks for sale and some rusks, homemade goods, some Karoo merchandise, Karoo dust. Lots of olives in the area as well. Look at these dolls here, puppets. Here's another coffee station. More pieces of art for sale there, different prices. Oh, and that's where the sausage rolls and the pies and the carrot cake hide. Yeah, we're getting to the end of town for sure. Just want to inspect this red donkey cart from up closer. The donkey Uber. That is very clever. As a first impression, the Rus definitely strikes me as a place with a very high percentage of restaurants and eating establishments, coffee shops, compared to say residential plots and houses, residential areas. Ah, there we go, Harry's. Ah yes, that's the elephant from the books of C.J. Langenhoven. Welcome to Harry's. The C.J. Langenhoven, very famous South African literary figure, if not the most famous South African. Ag sê, hoe gaan dit? Lekker man. Ek kom kyk julle mooi dorpie en die olifante. Daar's hy. Lekker dag vir julle hoor. Mooi gaan. Man, ek sal nou nie so sê, maar ek is 'n YouTuber. Ek sal vir jou my kaartjie gee hierso. So jy moet gaan kyk en subscribe, né? Daar's hy. Wil jy explore? Wil jy ook enetjie hê? Daar's hy. Lekker man. Julle van die rust af?
Ons is van die meneer.
Lekker man.
Ons gestig en ons staan nog steeds.
Daar's hy. Nee, is lekker man. Mooi gaan. Dankie vir jou ook hoor. Totsiens. Bye bye. Yeah, meeting some friendly people here in the rust. What a beautiful town with wonderful people and wonderful elephants. Harry's Bar. And I noticed that they've got another pink elephant here as well. The gift of C.J. Langenhoven. And Harry, he's just outside the wine shop here. Yeah, Route 62, a very famous wine route in the world, of course. Wines for the whole Africa here. Very nice collection. South Africa can be so proud of its wine production. Yeah, Boerplaas, that's a name I recognize now that I've been in the Karoo. Wow, check that out. A wine bottle in prison there. Let me out, you know you want it. Memory game. That's from the Lion King. Karoo style geheerspeletjie. Here you've got more homemade produce. Ah, so Annie's art, and she's got another message there. May it rain on your corrugated iron roof house. Sink dakhuis. Annie's art. Yeah, I've walked here pretty much to the end of town. You can see it. Oh, Seppi, hoe gaan dit?
Baie goed is jou.
Lekker man, jy is hier vir toeriste assistant.
Yes.
Daar sê.
Koffies.
Ek sien man, julle kan trots wees op julle dorpie, né?
Baie goed.
En dankie vir julle vriendelikheid.
Ons is baie dankbaar.
He is a tourist
Yes.
assistant.
Ja.
I've got these jackets here.
Hulle het dit vir ons geskenk aan ou van Nysna.
Ag, is wonderlik man.
Ons is nou weer ons buurbaar is ook nou weer op die been. Saam
Yes.
met die polisie, saam met die.
En dis veilig hierso, né?
Ja.
Sê, met jou in die stiel. En jy het, wat het jy hier sambok jong, wat jy die mense slaan?
Sy is upstairs.
Hallo Seppi, lekker dag vir jou hoor. I can't get over the beauty of a Karoo. So many hidden gems. And as the name suggests, de rust, the place of rest. You can really relax here and enjoy nature at its best. Okay, a little stream, in fact a river, the Klein, the little river. And I think that summarizes de rust as a place where life goes slow. And I just want to say thank you to the town. It was short but sweet, but I definitely hope to be back and experience more of the magic. If you haven't done it yet, please press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment for me in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you thought of de rust. For now, I just want to say again, thanks for watching my videos, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers, take it easy.